I get about 3 episodes in before I start getting angry. And
Hmm.
I'm just like, I get angry at the bullshit that they try to pull, that some people are falling for. And yeah, well, tell him to go relax. Tell him to take a nap, and then you'll tell him when the show's over and he can fly around then.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah, like it's just that was a perfect example. That happened, and they're like, "Oh, did you see that orb?
yeah.
Did you see that orb?" It's like, no, dude, that's clearly not an orb, man. It's just a dust particle floating by. Like, relax.
Could have
It's
been.
just
I don't
shiny.
even see it. Yeah, it could have been
It's
a boo doo
yeah,
doo 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 doo
yeah,
doo.
yeah. What are frogs?
Yeah.
What are frogs?
What are?
But shit. All right. But yeah, I mean, and with like ghost shows, when they go in there and they're trying to provoke a ghost
Oh
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
show itself and
Come on, you
stuff,
think you're big,
it's
Ghost
like,
Man? And like, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just
And then
like
the
really,
crew
Zach.
person has to go over and like shake a door, and then
Yeah,
they're, oh shit, everybody run, and
yeah.
it's like,
And then the
what?
camera
This is,
shakes, and yeah, I
yeah,
mean
yeah. Then
that's
it's like an episode of Cops, and it's weird. They kill black guy. It's just,
oh,
it's
jeez.
it gets out of hand really quick on these shows.
Yeah, and I
And
think
all
the cue for these are editing. They edit the
yeah,
show to make it seem
yeah,
like something is happening. So they didn't just spend, 12 hours in this fucking dilapidated house and nothing
mhm,
fucking happened. So they
yeah,
have to do crazy shit, and then maybe they have a trigger motion, or maybe they
mhm,
kind of like, I don't think they develop an idea beforehand, but I think they're just sitting there and like, we're on hour 4 and nothing's
mhm.
happening. All right, go over there and like close the door really hard, and we'll go, what was that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know it was the motherfucking door.
yeah.
You know it was.
It's just somebody on the crew's job
Yeah.
to be
The
the
ghost.
pot stirrer. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Like, I was watching one of these like UK versions of Ghost Hunters. It was like
Yeah.
Ghost Encounter,
There's a million of them.
whatever.
Pick
And
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just insert paranormal name here.
Right.
And they're using this thermal camera which is attached to an iPad. Maybe that's possible. I
It
don't
should be.
know.
Yeah. I mean,
Um, but it just plugs into the bottom, and they're walking around with this giant iPad. And they're filming these two guys, and so there's the cameraman's behind the guy with the iPad. So you see the
yeah.
thermal imaging, and you see it normal. And they start like, holy shit, look behind you. And the guy turns around with the thermal cam, and the guy turns with the normal cam, and there's nothing there, but you can see an image of somebody who is bright red walking away.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, what makes you think a spirit is white, is going to be red? They're not hot, they're
Yeah.
dead. There's no body, there's no temperature. So you're dumb, it would be blue.
Yeah.
Second of all, that's very clearly just a dude in all black walking away. Like, you can
Probably.
see his
Yeah.
outline, and he's walking away. And it's like, no, that's Terry. He's going to go get lunch because you guys are running over on filming today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Another one on those ghost shows that they use a lot is
mhm,
like the Connect, the Xbox Connect, where it makes a grid of the area you're in. It puts like laser dots all
yeah.
over the place. And so if anybody walks in there, you can see like their form.
Mhm,
And then all of a sudden, like this form will start coming in, and it's all like distorted and stuff, and it's like, yep, ghostesses and stuff, and it's like doing a little dance, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. And like I don't know how well that technology is,
yeah.
but for some reason my brain just goes, what? Like I just can't, like, somebody in the paranormal world needs to explain that to me a little
Mhm,
bit more than like a little sound bite saying, "We're gonna hook this up now," and this
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
like basically what I said there and shit. But yeah, someone needs to explain that process a little bit more of what, could a moth fly in there and it like fucking go crazy and haywire and think, oh, like, oh, this is a
It could
person.
flutter like
Yeah. I
ghost.
mean, yeah, ghosts.
One of the things that I find hilarious about the ghost shows are the audio recordings that they
Oh
get,
yeah.
where either A, they're recording the whole time, they hear absolutely fucking nothing,
Nothing. Yeah,
but
EVP.
all of a sudden it's like, they listen to the playback and you hear something like, "Y'all like cigarettes and hand jobs," and
Yes.
it's like, wait,
Spooky,
what?
spooky.
Yeah,
Boo.
what the fuck? Or there's something that's like, and
Yeah.
then it's like, "Hey guys, it's Taco Sunday, do you want to come on over?" And you're like, wait, that's not what, like, when you record audio, as we know, that's what you get. You can't clean that up to make muffled nothing
Yeah.
sound good. Like, believe me, we've scrapped videos for that exact reason. Like, it doesn't work. There actually has to
Yeah.
be something there for you to clean it up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
It's like recording like somebody sleep talking
Mhm.
and then being like, did he just say Pop Tarts?
Yeah.
It's like, no, he technically didn't say anything. He's dreaming and he's just sitting there going, Sha,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like that's not language as we
Right.
can perceive it.
Right.
Another one that gets me on these ghost shows is they're like, we're going into like a 1600 Spanish monastery
Mhm.
and they capture ghosts speaking English.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
do they think they would be speaking Spanish?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, like all ghosts speak perfect English, and they're always cowboys. And they're cowboy ghosts like
Yeah.
all over Midwest. Like,
And none of those cowboy ghosts called you faggot for your skinny jeans either. So that's another fucking hilarious thing, because you're like, think about it. There's these spectral beings, and I love that they all say ghosts. And you're not supposed to call ghosts ghosts. You're supposed to call them spirits, because they don't know they're dead a lot of times. Like, they're just still living their lives and they don't realize it.
yeah,
But
it's that
anyways,
South Park bit. Are they pirate ghost or ghost pirates? Well, what's the
right,
difference?
right.
Well, there'd be pirates dressed up as ghosts, or are they ghosts dressed up as pirates?
Right. Exactly. That's isn't that the one with corn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but like, you've got these spirits or spectral beings wandering around, and then here comes this dude with a waxed mustache, neck tattoos, and skinny jeans and a North Face fucking, like, you don't think that the fucking ghost would have something to say about that? Holding an iPad or a camera or a light?
Yeah.
Like, lights weren't invented
Oh,
then.
we
Like,
got an EVP. What does it
yeah.
say? It's long and it says loser or just
Yeah.
like
You look retarded.
yeah, like the ghosts are really like really just a bunch of assholes, aren't they, around here? Yeah.
That's what I want. I want that show where the ghosts just make, like, the ghosts just steady roast the ghost fucking hunter guys.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
You guys look like assholes.
Yeah.
Do you use his cum to wax your mustache?
So the ghost called the cops on us.
That would be awesome. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we gotta yeah, the cops come in like, yeah, we got an EVP call on 911. Said that they were
We had to clean up the audio first, but
yeah.
they said that there was intruders here.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I've gone on like ghost tours, and like,
They're
that's
fun
all.
as long as you realize it's entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, like, my favorite is always like, the ghost that unties your shoes. It's just like,
The little child ghost that, like,
yeah,
unties your shoes or gives you a wedgie or something.
yeah, oh, so the ghost is just dick.
Yeah,
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 yeah. Woo. Oh.
yeah.
But um I feel that ghost shows, like I say, that's easy to film. You
Mhm.
find an old creepy place, you put some suspenseful music
Mhm.
in there, you throw in like, the camera angles
Yeah.
and all types of like technology that we don't know how it works really, but
Right.
we
Yeah.
can do something with it. It's so easy to film. I mean, you can make those shows for $1.50
Mhm.
and it
Well, all that
return.
dumbass equipment that they have to buy off of eBay.
Yeah, but you don't need to buy like real expensive stuff. All you have to do is just like
No, yeah.
all you have to do is like, like to buy a fucking one of those like uh high power condenser mics.
Mhm.
Just look like something that might be one, and
Yeah.
then just record regular
Yeah,
audio
I have one. I
and
have
then
one sitting right over
yeah,
there.
turn that shit way up and then mute it a little bit. It's just like
I think it's funny
loser,
because like one of them, the losers,
loser.
one of the ones that I was watching, they were in this like old building that was somewhere. Just insert old building name and
Yeah,
wherever the fuck you
the
want.
Lexington building.
Right. And they're down in this like basement or something, and there's like tunnels that connect to this and that. And then they go, yeah, so there's been reports of spectral anomalies happening here.
No.
And also Aleister Crowley walked by this building one time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and he was the world's biggest demon Satanist
Yeah.
guy,
Demonologist.
and he may have even had satanic cult rituals down here. It's like, oh yeah, fucking prove it. Show me a Polaroid of him down here
Yeah,
jerking off goats and
something like, yeah, they always try to make it like down in this basement,
yeah.
witches' covens, and then there was a voodoo practice, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
this is also
There
where,
was, it was briefly an optometrist, but then he
yeah,
left and like what?
yeah, this rundown McDonald's
Yeah,
with satanic like
yeah,
overtones on it,
yeah, yeah.
and they
All the
always try to,
burgers were black and
yeah.
so were the buns.
Yeah, like yeah, they did the Halloween special and then the place caught on fire. And it's
Yeah.
like because of faulty wiring,
Yeah,
according to the
yeah,
fire
exactly.
marshal and shit. And it's just like they always have to be in spooky old cowboy
Yeah,
houses or
yeah.
like ghost towns.
Again, why is there no ghost of Biggie? Why are these ghosts always so old? Like,
Right, right.
why isn't it? Well, shit, that's my buddy from high school. He died in a DUI
Yeah.
accident. Like,
Yeah.
like we're, oh shit, I didn't even know it was you. Like,
Yeah.
it's always some dude that's like 500 years old.
I think the only one I've ever seen where it was modern is the Zach Baggins crew and stuff. They went into the Sharon Tate house,
Mhm.
and I think like they were kind of hesitant at feeling on doing that because there are still relatives alive
Yeah,
from those. Like, I mean, there were people still alive and
yeah.
stuff.
They
It's just
live there.
yeah.
They
Oh no,
still
they
live.
tore the house down. Yeah. Um. So I think the
They tore
reason,
down a house right next to Leonardo DiCaprio
yeah,
and Brad Pitt living next door.
right, yeah,
That's fucking weird.
yeah. Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio still live there and stuff, or Bluth Dalton or whatever his name was. But yeah, I think they try to find these old houses
Yeah.
because they're not gonna really offend or affect anybody. Like they
Right.
go to Europe and there's like old castles and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's old and spooky. I think there might be something here.
And
Yeah,
plus we won wars, so we don't have to care about what they think. But there is something to be said, like, okay, yeah, these shows are for entertainment. Yeah, these people
yes,
are fucking,
100%.
these are hucksters and fakes, and they're just
Right.
doing this for, ratings. But also there is some legitimacy to being in an old place like that, especially
Of
even in the
course.
woods. If you're in the woods in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, your mind will play tricks on you.
Right.
Same thing with these places. I mean, my aunt had an old plantation house in Maryland, and there was a graveyard on the
On the property.
property. And I used to spend the night in the basement, and it was just a concrete basement,
Hmm.
and there was concrete floors. Like there was nothing in the basement. It was all completely empty except for one room had a TV and a couch in it.
Right.
And I used to sleep on it and watch horror movies. But there is something like when you're in a place that has that much history, and those kind, especially with like, let me just disclaimer, it wasn't my family's plantation, but when there is something like that that has like, slaves were murdered, that atrocities happen there,
Right.
it does give you a feeling, and it does creep you out, and it is creepy. But at the same time, there's no reason to run around with a fucking video camera
No.
and a field mic and go, "What was that? What was that? What was
Yeah.
that?" So I just,
It goes past the curiosity. Like,
mhm,
yeah, we may catch something on a camera that we can't explain, but
mhm,
most likely we're going to be out in the fucking woods all night doing
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
Doing nothing, driving around, and because that's what I feel like most of those shows really bring when they go on investigations of things that aren't naturally occurring, is that they're just sitting there and catching film. It's kind of like Bear Grylls. You know
mhm,
how like all that shit came out that like, Bear Grylls, he really wasn't surviving. He was like doing a bunch of shit and then they would go back to the hotel and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
That's how I feel on these two.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, the show was still entertaining as fuck,
yeah,
but you know, until someone drinks their pee,
yeah. Well, he has to drink his pee because he can't sit by a river all day and go, "It's cold out here, it's surviving," and
yeah,
he needs to shake it up. He needs to make it entertaining.
yeah.
Same thing the way these things do, but or you could just not have those fucking shows.
No, they're too cheap to.
No,
They're
no,
too
no, that's
cheap,
not an
and
option.
too many people are invested, or they like them. And they're so inexpensive. I guarantee $5 and a ham sandwich, and
Yeah, yeah.
it brings in 3 times, 4 times the amount of that in
Oh, I'm sure. And
ad
revenues,
revenue
yeah, and sponsors and
and
stuff.
like t-shirts and
I
couch
think that
potato it's couch
I
potato bliss.
two of the things like two things that you can immediately when I watch something, especially like little docu-series or little documentaries on, like, not so much like ghost hunting, but on like UFOs and stuff like that, when they immediately go into like government, when they immediately go into like government cover-ups and the conspiracy
Yeah,
aspects of
those
it.
are different.
um the first thing that I see is like they'll put a picture of a document on the screen,
Yeah.
and then it'll like kind of slowly zoom in or whatever, and it'll be like, "There's no aliens anywhere near us, or have we ever seen them?" And then they'll highlight aliens, and they'll be like, "Aliens are real." And then it's like, "Wait, whoa, did you read the rest of that?" Like,
Yeah.
and then the other big trigger for me is when I see like that really like in reenactments, I see that really shitty CGI, like cartoonish
Yeah.
reenacting, and it looks like GTA 3, and
Yeah.
you're just like, what, you couldn't even get
It's
pay people to do this? Like,
2021 and stuff. And it's like
yeah,
I was
yeah.
driving in my car, and
Yeah,
then all of a
yeah,
sudden I saw
yeah.
a light outside of it,
Yeah.
and then the UFO came over my car, and it's like this, like, all right, now look like you're looking at the UFO.
Hmm. Yeah.
That stuff is great.
Yeah.
Um, couch potato, just yum, yum, yum. Um,
Yeah.
I think there's also like we've been ragging on it and stuff. has there ever been one where, like, the only one I can think of is on a Unsolved Mysteries,
Yeah.
because they would do like unsolved mysteries like in murder, but they would
Mhm.
also have like small, like,
Yeah. They pulled it
just
in
like,
X-Files.
yeah,
It
and
was like,
that guy, he could,
story and then monster of the week and then story.
and they just pulled you in with that
Mhm.
guy sitting there being like, the two hunters went out into the woods that day. They didn't know what they found. That was like my first, like, okay, there are UFOs, there are Bigfoots, there are ghostesses,
Mhm.
there are, that was like, wow, Unsolved Mysteries is
Yeah, I
great.
think that is what started the craze on
Oh yeah.
this. And I just think that they did it right. They didn't they didn't hound on one subject. They just did all subjects, and it could have been true crime, it could have been
Right.
cryptids, it could have been
And they
aliens,
just
whatever it could.
gave you the facts that they
But
have, and then your brain
right,
can just fill in them holes.
right.
And like I said, I think they would have like four, maybe three stories on it, and you just got what you needed, and then they're moving on.
Mhm.
Our next
Yeah,
moment is brought to that music,
yeah,
fucking killer as shit.
yeah,
That's the only one that I can really think like is like top of the line, 10 star, S tier, whatever,
yeah.
was Unsolved Mysteries. Everything else is kind of like, you're doing too much,
Mhm.
you know. You're just, your brain is just kind of like making jokes out of it. I can't make jokes out of Unsolved Mysteries.
I actually can because I went back and watched the first seasons. I was like, oh man, I love this show so much as a kid. I'm gonna go back and watch it. And like it is it is really silly. Like the
No, well,
first few episodes, the first season,
yeah,
and it's really just because of the time period and things like that. But eh,
you're very 90s slash
yeah,
80s.
yeah, it's very late 80s and
Yeah,
it's silly. But as the show progressed and they found their groove, it got really good and really
yeah,
compelling. But one of the things that I like with these, especially like ghosts and demons and stuff like that, is when they get the actual person that is telling the story to reenact the story. It's
yeah,
like that would be traumatic. You wouldn't go back and redo it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like you wouldn't get a fucking murder victim to be like, or an attempted murder victim to go back and reenact his own murder. Like,
yeah,
no, that's boom, proof right there that this isn't real. Like
yeah,
you're no, sorry.
yeah.
But
Because yeah, you're not gonna. But that's where Unsolved Mysteries did it great, because then they got like the uh they get their actors to recreate it, and then you have someone who doesn't look nothing like the person on the recreate. Like, whoa, where did
yeah,
they
yeah,
were they thinking on
yeah.
the casting? No, we weren't. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they look like because
Yeah,
we're going to show you the real person
yeah,
anyways in this
yeah.
interview. So it doesn't.
It's it's like, I know one was about a, I think, a wife who was like, and her husband went missing or something, and the actress was like blonde,
Mhm,
like a 10, and then they like cut back to like the interview with the wife like now,
mhm, and
and
she
like
looked
she's
like
got
me.
she,
Yeah,
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 but they, because it was the late 80s, the glasses, those
yeah,
huge ass
yeah. Those
reading
serial
glasses
killer
and stuff,
glasses.
and just
Yeah,
like, and they all got that, midwestern kind of like, not Kentucky, Kansas talk, and just nah, that's really where, that's great. So
I mean, yeah. And now I'm probably going to go watch Unsolved
yeah,
Mysteries.
because yeah, they're I mean, yeah, it's free everywhere. So, but I
Yeah,
feel like,
yeah, it is. It's
yeah,
free every
it's
fucking where. You can't
fucking,
get away from that shit. If
no,
you look under your bed, there's a copy of it. They gave it
Unsolved
to
Mysteries. Yeah, that guy, that host is there
yeah,
too and stuff. He's
yeah,
probably at my front door right now. It's like, yo, talking about my show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy's super dead.
yeah,
But Yeah, I mean and there's better quality ones. Like I said, Curse of Oak Island, at least they're going for something that is it, it's not real, or it is real, it's
Right.
opinionated, just like all of these shows. But they're actively searching, they're digging, they're doing something, they're finding little bits and pieces to keep them
They're
going.
creating tourism.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure Nova Scotia is really lighting up. But you know, then there's the ones like The Unexplained with William Shatner. That's just
Yeah.
it's
Silly.
just silly, and it's just entertainment. Like, you're not
Yeah.
gonna learn a lot. Like, I tried to do Japan Suicide Forest on there from watching that show, and it was like 10 minutes of me being like, yeah, sometimes Japanese kill each other or themselves
Yeah.
too. And what was your topic? Oh yeah, yeah,
Logan
sumo
Paul. Yeah,
wrestling.
I did sumo.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I feel like those shows, and then there are the goofy ones, your ghost hunters, your ghost adventures, your ghost hauntings, brother
yeah,
ghosts.
yeah,
Throw anything in there with paranormal. There's another one on there where it's a psychic. Okay, first red flag. It's a
yeah.
psychic and a private investigator. And the psychic walks through and goes, I feel like there's a little girl talking to me. And then
Mhm.
the private investigator goes, yeah, a little girl lived in the house. So
Yeah, yeah.
uh
Remember when we went over the notes and I told you there was a little girl's private?
yeah.
This house
Those
is
ones.
clean.
Yeah.
That's
And
who they needed. They needed Zelda
yeah.
Rubinstein to come by and just walk with them.
Shit, yeah, man.
She was supposed to be a real life medium as well, which is odd that she made a movie being a medium in a
Hey,
movie. But
made her famous.
it sure
So
should did, yes.
she probably was another shit that made her way more famous, but all I can think of is Carol Ann,
Yeah, that's all I think.
Um, but then like, oh shit, where was I fucking going? God damn it, Carol Ann.
The
Um,
the PI and the medium in the
yeah,
house.
no, I was like, that was a leader.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
oh, those, and then you get into like this tier where they introduce ideas,
Hmm.
of like, okay, yeah, there are things called skinwalkers out there.
Hmm.
Not what you watched on Skinwalker Ranch, but
Right.
like just kind of like Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Hmm.
Remember when that show was real popular and they
Yeah.
would like kind of like talk about
Hmm.
those things, but there was no heart to the show. It was
Hmm.
just fucking, you know,
Look how
Captain.
long this dude's fingernails are. He's been growing them 20 years.
Yeah, it was Captain Riker. Yeah, just like this man can eat 20 light bulbs.
Yeah.
um, but I don't know. Are these shows bad? Are these shows really bad for you?
No, they're not bad,
Have
but
we
I
talked?
feel
Yeah,
like I feel like they need to just you just do something else, man. Like, do some
I
arts and
think they're
crafts. Pay
just too
attention to
cheap.
your just pay attention to your kids. Like, do something other than watch these fucking shows, man.
There
Like,
right now, I guarantee there's a guy just got off of work from the construction site, got himself a fucking 12 pack of Natty Light, and he's gonna sit there and watch because tonight,
tonight.
motherfucker, they are finding
Yeah.
whatever, or
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
goes on,
Yeah. Absolutely.
where they're just those like suckers born every minute. So
And we're those suckers because we watch them too.
yeah, but
So I
I'm
don't
also a
want I
fucking
don't
asshole. So I
right.
sit
Yeah,
here and
yeah.
make fun of
We're
it.
gonna be total hypocrites. We watch them and then we're gonna
Yeah.
get on here
Oh,
and
did you
make
get
fun
that
of those.
EVP?
Yeah, yeah,
Asshole.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Asshole.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Some
Yeah.
asshole.
Zach Baggins is right.
Zach Baggins is a piece of shit.
Bigfoot.
Zach
Friggin'
Baggins is
yeah.
the Ghost
Like
World's
that's really
version
what
of
we should
Joel Olstein.
just go out in the woods, film the woods a lot. I'll just put a green filter over it and we'll just sit there and go, what was that? Yeah,
Yeah,
just make sure you shake
yeah.
the camera and move
Right.
it real quick. And then we'll go on fucking and find some stereotypical spooky music and shit. And
Mhm.
then we'll make $1 billion and be like Zach Baggins and be like fucking all these other shows and shit. It would be like Ghost Bros, or it's like Ghostbusters, but not those Ghostbusters. You know,
Right.
like not the other Ghostbusters, because Ghostbusters stole the title. So we're stealing Ghostbusters from the other title.
Just go to Discovery Plus, be like,
No,
have you guys ever thought about a ghost hunting show? Like, yeah, man, we got 80. Oh,
do you need 81?
right, exactly. Man, fuck it, why not? We're
Yeah.
really sinking all, and then it's just us like walking around
No.
in the woods
What
going.
is the payoff on a
Yeah,
ghost
yeah.
show here? I know you need it. I mean, I can, this week we are going through my house and see if it got ghosts.
We
You know?
only keep searching your house to
Yeah,
no
it's just like,
avail.
yeah, it's like, guys, you handed in 20 episodes,
Yeah.
30 minutes each of just you doing the exact same thing through your house. Yeah, but each week there's a different ghosts.
We could just like green screen it.
Yeah.
I could just put up a haunted mansion and be like,
Yeah.
"Did you hear that? Did you hear
This place is really spooky. Just like that, yeah.
that?"
We're in jolly old England where we're gonna
Yeah.
be here hunting ghosts.
The green screen falls and it's just
Can
your
I have
fucking
some
basement.
more?
Like,
Yeah.
whoopsie daisy.
Shit. And just like put it up real quick. We
Yeah.
don't want the executives at Discovery Plus finding
Yeah.
out that we're faking this shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah, that we're faking it like everybody else.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we, that's where the
Anyways,
money is.
just go watch just go watch all of
Yeah.
these shows back to
It,
back
it
until
makes
you're
me realize though, like when I was a kid, I went to like a circus or like a fair,
uh
and I saw a live headless woman,
okay.
and you basically pay your money $5 to
Yeah.
see this woman. She's alive, but she has no head.
Uh-huh.
And you walk into the trail of this like porch, and there's
Uh-huh.
a trailer, and it's a room. It's all white,
Uh-huh.
and then you walk up, and then she kind of waves, and she ain't got no head.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized that it's probably some woman just sitting there with her head leaned
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
and just they have the sheet, covering her head.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, how much money did they make?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at the state fair, we used to go to the state fair for the agricultural science class
Yeah.
in high school. And there was always one of those like world's smallest horse.
World's smallest horse. Yeah.
And then you walk inside. You walk inside and there's like a My Little Pony sitting on a table, and you're like,
Yeah.
God damn it, you
Yeah.
got me. No refunds, bitch. Like, but
I saw that. I saw like like a city sewer rat,
mhm,
and it's just a possum in a cage.
mhm.
But like it shows like there is money out there from just tricking people.
Yeah.
Like 100%, just tricking the hell out of people.
Mhm,
And that's what this show is. It's a carnival show.
mhm.
So just enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Realize that you're not going to get your money's worth and just sit back.
Never. You are
just-
not gonna get a Bigfoot. They ain't gonna find nothing on Oak Island. They're,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not going to get your money's worth. Just sit back and take it. You can use lube if you want, but you're getting fucked either way.
Yeah, it's probably better without it.
It might be. I don't know.
No, you don't
Depends
need
on what you're
napkins.
into.
Yeah. I mean, depends. So
Yeah.